Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fur of the Week. It's been quite some time, but today we are sitting down with Orion. So tell us, Orion, how did you get your start in the furry community?
I started back in '05 when I officially joined, but obviously what drew me to the fandom was fursuits. When I first saw a fursuit, I just knew I had to have one, and I got my first suit that year, like ahead, and then I was like, you know, I can try to figure it out because I really want to, like, suits are expensive, and I want to see what I can do to try to figure out how to make my own. So I started making tails and just little stuff, then I started making hand paws, and I made like a bodysuit. It was all really bad. Really bad relative to like today's standards, and I made my first full suit in '07, so it took me a while. And then after that, I made suit after suit after suit, but like in low numbers. Like I probably made like 15 or so suits. My suit maker name is the Woodland Tailor, so if you go on Facebook or whatever, shameless plug. I've got several characters now. This is my main persona. I connected to Wolf as Orion Wolf. It's kind of my core self. And then I have other characters which represent a character archetype that I want to explore. So I have a fox who's named Awning Fox. I have a goat chimera. He's kind of a smart ass, and he's got like a cat tail, and it's a lot of fun. Then I have a rabbit, which I just finished, and I've made suits for other people as well over the years. I don't consider myself a true suit maker in the sense of like being active, you know. It's very low number, very low key, and I'm okay with that.
So you have quite a few characters you've created. Do you want to talk a little bit more about how those characters came about?
Yeah, actually, I love making characters. This is like what I consider me and who I really want to be, and how I interact with people. I feel comfortable like this. And I have Ani. He's very flamboyant. He's the fox, so he's very promiscuous and very fruity. I guess that's a good term for him. Nineveh, he's kind of punk rock. You know, he's the goat chimera, so looks like a goat, and he's kind of got like a cat tail, and he's got hooves. He's kind of a smart ass, smart alecky, he's a prankster, I guess. And then I have Dexy Bun, and Dexy's the rabbit, and she's a female, and so I want to explore more of a feminine aspect of a character. I get to like act in each one to see, you know, to have fun. It's really getting involved with being a character and going out and interacting with people as that character. It's for me, it's an awesome trip, so I really like it.
So what's kept you in the community all these years? You started in 2005, it's been about 17 years. What keeps you going?
Well, as long as the community has me, I do my own thing, you know. I make suits, and I don't try to be known by the community. I don't try to put myself out there to look at me. I'm not like that. If the fandom decides it wants to change and do something else, and they can go, and I'll still do what I do and making my suits the way I want to. But for right now, I'm having a good time in the fandom. It's changed a lot over the years, and I've had to adapt and change myself, and I've grown a lot and through and around the fandom as well. So it's been just a great place for me to grow and have a lot of introspection and just find my own style. That's what I take from it right now.
What's something important you've learned from the community?
It sounds really cliche, but you know, be true to yourself, I guess. It's not really that good. Probably, I don't know, it's just a lot of things. It's a lot of looking at myself, and society puts expectations on you, and then you're like, nah, I want to do this instead, and not worrying about what other people think.
What has been your favorite moments or moments in the community?
Oh man, when I go to cons, you make connections. Everyone else can ignore you. Like you're all suited, you're having a good time, you're being yourself. There's all these people, and they're suitors, there's people, they're going in and out, they might not even see you. But then one person, you can see them, their eyes light up, they're like, oh my gosh, that is the best thing ever. And you give them a big hug, and they connect, and they open up, and then basically people opening up to you, and you open up to them. And it goes a lot deeper than like very superficial kind of, hey, how are you? How's the weather? You know, it goes really deep means a lot to me to connect to people on that level. And I love the way suits kind of open people up. Even in, like, you go out in a regular crowd, people have two reactions. They're either like, oh, I don't want to interact with that, or they're like, oh my gosh, that's awesome, I love it, I love it. So those people that really open up is just the people I want to connect with. So I think that's the best moments of the fandom. And, you know, people come, people go, but there's always somebody to see you and interact that hasn't seen you before.
What advice would you give to people just joining the community for the first time or thinking about joining?
Like I said, it's cliche. I can't speak to a lot of younger people or anybody joining the fandom. But nowadays, there's so much information out there that tells you, hey, this is what the fandom is, this is what isn't. Be true to yourself. Gravitate toward that thing that got you in the fandom and hold on to that. And don't worry about what, like, people in the fandom say. You know, you don't put that pressure on you. I gotta have a suit, or I gotta have this, I gotta have that. No, you just enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. Just be, this is fucking cliche, but it's true. Be yourself. And that's how I found peace, I guess, is not worrying about if I'm accepted or not. It used to be that way back in the early days. Like, everybody was your friend. Like in 05 and before 2010, before the social media blew up, you go to a con, everybody was your friend. You're a furry? Well, you're my best friend. Nowadays, there's a lot of, like, gatekeeping. There's a lot of people that say, okay, this is cool and this is what's not cool, and that's fine, but I don't care. I just want to be. Fandom's still a place where I can still explore myself, explore my style, and as long as you're not worried about chasing clout or chasing what other people think, then you're gonna have a great time.
Do you have any last words or thoughts?
It's been a wild ride. I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like there's so much opportunity out there right now in the fandom. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just happy to make suits. I'm kind of a suit whore, so I'm gonna hoard suits and just go out and suit and do my thing and connect with people and just have fun.
Alright, well, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you for coming all the way up here. It was quite a long drive, but I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone appreciates it, and that'll wrap it up.